Hey guys, we're here at the HotCars media stage at FuelFest. We have interviews with Cody Walker, Larry Chen, Chris Forsberg, and a ton of other cool people. Plus, we're going to show you some of the awesome cars that are out at FuelFest today.
FuelFest it's celebrating the culture at large, right? It's like we've got drift cars, grip cars, you know, everything's kind of happening at once. But we also have a crowd here, people that's like maybe even been to a car event before or a motorsporting event before, and they just love the films. So like I look at it in a way where it's like, cool. We're catering to people who already attend events like this, but we're also catering to an audience that's never maybe been to something like this before. And I like to think that we're making that impact, so we're winning over future car enthusiasts.
Make some noise if it's hot as hell out here right now. Make sure your cameras are charged. Make sure your Instagram is ready. We got a big surprise for y'all coming up. We can't say nothing. We've been sworn to secrecy.
We have a very, very, very special guest with us right now. We have the one and only Larry Chen. Larry, thank you so much for getting time to be with us. How's it going?
Good. Any day I'm behind the wheel is a good day. I just got out of my drift car and I ran over here.
Before I get into all this, why don't you tell everybody here how your journey started? How did you get to where you are right now?
It just started with a love for cars, love for driving. But I quickly realized that I wasn't a very fast driver, a very good driver. I couldn't earn a living from driving, but I could earn a living from taking pictures. I could still be around cars and car culture. I know you follow my work, so you know that we do a lot of work with Sung Kang. We do a lot of work with Cody Walker. And I have had the pleasure to shoot with Paul before he passed away when he was doing Time Attack. So I'm very, very proud of those photos, and I cherish them. And those, you just can't recreate stuff like that.
And something comes to your mind right now that you can recall that was the coolest thing that you ever shot, or there's just too many to even name?
It's really tough to narrow stuff down like that, but I do have to say, anytime I had a chance to work with Block was a special time.
What's next for Larry Chen? What can we expect to see from you? I know you're with Yokohama right now. What is your plan exactly?
I think the big thing that we're really working on is our book launch. I've been working on this book for a while now, and I culled down 5 million pictures down to about less than 3,000 pictures for this book. This book is very hefty. I did have a chance to get a sample of it just recently. It's almost 8 pounds.
With us, the one and only Chris Forsberg. How's it going, man?
Very good. Thanks for having me. Thank you for coming out, everybody. We're over here in the drift paddock as well, doing ride-alongs in our Infiniti M56, the Optima livery on the side. And yeah, that thing's got 4 seats, plenty of room for everybody. So they're doing ride-alongs. So if you go over and sign up, you can pay and get a pass, and you can go for a ride.
Are you driving?
I am driving. Yeah.
How was it?
So fun.
How was it? You're a busy guy, so how did you get into all of this? Can you talk to us about that from your youth until now? How's it been?
Yeah, so I have been drifting for 22 years. I was one of the first drivers in North America, and I've been running Informative Drift since day one in every single event that they've ever done. One of 2 drivers to ever do that. And on top of that, yeah, we have the most podium finishes, the most top 3 finishes in the championships. And outside of all that, back in 2003, we started the first organized drifting events over on the East Coast in New Jersey.
So you did this a while ago when you first started, right? So today, is it any different for someone who wants to get into drift racing? Is it easy? Is it hard? Are there some loopholes you can go through?
So it's kind of back and forth. So when people say like, oh, it's easy to get into drifting or it's difficult to get into drifting, there's 2 different avenues. Nowadays, I would say, if you wanted to build a drift car and show up to your local track, go to AVS, Apple Valley Speedway. I know Adams over in Riverside still does events. if you want to build a car and go drift yourself and have fun, very easy. So much easier than it used to be. We were all just doing our own R&D, trying to figure out how to set up cars, what parts we need, how to make them reliable, and all of that's been sorted. We've blown up the motors, we've figured out the alignments, and you know, all you have to do is ask the question. Just pose the question of, you know, to either a forum or a friend, or just go to the track and just chat with people. They're more than willing to lend, you know, a few tips to get you off and going and driving and enjoying yourself. Getting into pro, it is, once again, maybe not easy, because 15 years ago, if you could drive a car, you could sign up, but you might not make it, you know, through qualifying, but they would allow you to enter the event. Now that there are hundreds of drivers that want to run in pro, they have different tiers. So we have Pro-Am, anybody can enter that series, and if you finish well, you earn a Pro Spec license, and then you can run in Pro Spec, which is the same tracks, the same events that we run in Pro 1 in Formula Drift. And then so once again, you finish well, then you get a Pro 1 license. So it's a 3-year process at a minimum to go into Pro 1, but if you have the skills and the means, you certainly can do it.
Do you have to have a lot of money to do all this, or no?
If you want to go drift for fun, absolutely not. You can buy a car for $5,000, and yes, that does sound like a lot of money, but in regards to entry-level cost to get into motorsport, it's pennies on the dollar.
So tell me some stock cars you can buy right now that you would suggest for someone who wants to get into drift racing.
A1 350Z, E46 is, I would say, the next best. 370Z, if you can afford it, is a better Z chassis, a little newer, a little more power. E36 is an affordable option, not as much power as a 46, but yeah. And then come in the Corvettes, like a C5, you know, good power, rear-wheel drive. But yeah, like those 5 chassis are like the staples of learning how to drift. Yeah.
That's good to know. So if you guys want to get in drift racing, you just got the whole list right there.
The first is to bring the franchise back to LA.